Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a super exciting video. Of course, we're going to be talking about the GYMSHARK Black Friday sale. So I'm going to be giving you all my top picks as well as running through all the information you need to know to get ready for the sale. As you know, this is one of GYMSHARK's biggest sales of the year. So yeah, if you want to grab anything, I feel like now is the time to do it. So first, let's start with all the key information. So I have written it down because I know I would forget something or say something wrong. So firstly, the sale starts on the 16th of November, which is a Sunday, I think, at 4 p.m. GMT, and I'll put the other time zones down below. There's going to be up to 50% off, and that's going to be on everything. So it is site-wide, so everything is going to be up to 50% off. Not everything is obviously going to be 50%. I think it's going to range between 10 and 50. And also you can use my code TORIFIT10 for an additional 10% off, so definitely worth using that as well. And I'm also running another GYMSHARK gift card giveaway this year. So all you have to do to enter my giveaway is use my code during the sale and send me a screenshot of your order confirmation where it shows you've used my code, and send it through to my Instagram, which is _tori.fit, and that's you enter. That's all you have to do. And then at the end of the sale, I will announce who has won. It's just going to be randomly selected, and it can be from any region, so definitely worth entering that as well. Okay, now just to answer some questions that I know you will be keen to know. So firstly, will there be a website freeze before the sale starts? So the answer to that is no, there won't be. The website will still be live like before the sale starts and then as it begins. Yeah, so the website won't be down beforehand. It will just simply update with the discount when it starts at the time for you. So for in UK, it will be 4 p.m. Next question is, do you know the discount on certain items? So I don't know the exact discounts on specific pieces, but I will be doing more on that once the sale goes live. So make sure you're following me over on Instagram and TikTok. That's where I'll be doing most of that to show you the best deals. But one thing I will say is that the discounts will vary per region. So in the UK, something might be 50% off, and the same item in the US or in Europe might only be 30% off. Like, it does depend on where you're based, but what I will say is that it is quite, I think, quite easy to guess whereabouts the discounts will be. So obviously with the newer items, they're going to be on a lower discount, but then items that have been on GYMSHARK for a while will probably be on a higher discount. At least that's what I've noticed before. You can kind of use that to estimate how much the discount's going to be. But yeah, don't forget to use my code on top to save extra. Okay, next question is, are the baskets reserved? So once everything's in your basket, is it reserved? No, it won't be. So basically you want to check out as quickly as possible. So what I suggest doing for this is two things. Number one, download the GYMSHARK app before the sale starts and add everything that you are planning on buying or interested in buying over to your basket. Your basket won't be cleared as the sale starts, so it's useful to have it all in there. What I would also suggest is making sure that you have all those items also in your wish list, just in case anything goes wrong. Obviously this is one of GYMSHARK's biggest sales of the year, so it's going to be a bit crazy. So just in case anything goes wrong, I would also make sure I've added all those items I like into my wish list, so just in case I can simply add them back over again to my basket when the sale starts, instead of having to like retype in and find everything. I'll put a little screenshot here of how you do that, but basically you just click on your item and then like the little heart, and I'll add it straight into your favorites. And the last question is, how long will the sale last? So we don't know how long it will last, so all I can say is I recommend you grabbing your pieces as soon as the sale starts to make sure that you're getting the pieces you like stocks will drop quite considerably. So yeah, as soon as the sale starts or as soon as you are available to order, I would just do it then. Okay, now time to show you some of my favorite pieces. So these are all I've got to show you today. So what I've decided to do is mainly focus this video on gym wear and like what you'd wear in the gym, and then I'm going to do a separate video for runners. I feel like what I wear in the gym and for running is so different, and what I might like for one I might not like for the other. So I just thought if I separate it, and then it'll be so much easier for you if you are looking for clothes for a certain activity. It's just going to be easier that way. But I have probably 4 or 5 pieces, from bras, leggings, shorts, jackets. So yeah, lots of different things I feel like are really nice to have, and I know I get a lot of wear out of. The other thing I will mention before I start showing the pieces, as I have had a lot of questions on this, and I do get questions on this in general, is that I have done YouTube videos before like showing you all GYMSHARK leggings and all GYMSHARK shorts. I know there's so many collections nowadays that GYMSHARK have brought out, it's kind of confusing to know which ones are going to be best for you. So go and check those videos out as well, as I do go through rate all the collections, go over sizing and everything like that. So yeah, head over to those videos after watching this. Okay, so I think let's start with bras. So I just have a few bras to show you. Again, remember, these are like all gym based. So firstly, I think we're going to start with the minimal bras, because these are the bras I wear the most. So firstly we have, these are like the Whitney collab minimal bra. So these are the halter neck style. The only thing I will say is it does have quite a minimal coverage and minimal support, but I do absolutely love these. It has a really silky soft material, so it's so comfortable, and it does have a adjustment that can be made on the neck, so you can like tighten it, and I feel like once you do that it does give you more support. So you have the halter neck version, which I love. I think that's so nice for a back day. Then I also love the normal version that has the 2 straps. So on these they have 2 straps which actually can be removed. I always seem to leave them on, but in terms of the material it's actually the same as the halter neck one. Again, minimal coverage, but what I will say is that if you are wanting a little bit more coverage, go for the halter neck style. I do think the like cup on this does give you, like, it's not much, it's probably like half a centimeter, but I have noticed it is a bit more coverage, so go for this one. I think the reason I love these is because they are so plain and like simple, so they go with so much. Like, they go with all the shorts, they go with all the leggings, just really easy to pair with everything else. They also come in so many different colors, but for sizing for these I think I would say stay true to size. Unless you are larger chested or you're in between sizes, then I would probably size up just so you have a bit more support and a bit more coverage. Okay, the next bra I wanted to show you is the Adapt Animal bra. So this is the new style of Adapt Animal bra that came out a few months ago now, but I just think this gives you such nice support, and it has a little bit more coverage than the minimal bras, but it's not like really full coverage, what I like. I also love the pattern on this. I think it's like a zebra print, where before on the animal collections they've done like leopard print, snake print, so this time it is a zebra print, and I just love how the pattern is tonal. So you have those 2 tones of, I think this is a blue. I don't know if on camera it comes up as a blue or more like a purple. But again, it has the adjustments on the strap so you can make it fit you perfectly. And unlike the minimal bras, it does come with removable pads, and it has the holes to insert them or take them out, whatever you prefer. But if you are looking for more support and a tad more coverage than the minimal bras, this one is perfect for you. It is more compressive as well because of that thicker knitted material. And for sizing, again, stay true to size unless you are in between, and then size up. Okay, the next one I want to show you is the Ruche Strappy Bra. I think this is so underrated and not talked about enough. Very similar feel to the minimal bras. It's that silky material, but again it gives you a bit more coverage. So it has the ruche detailing on the front, and then it has like extra straps just to give the bra something, and the back panel of it is actually mesh, so it's really breathable as well. And again, they have so many colors in these. I just feel like they go with so much. Really easy, really comfortable, give you support but without being too restrictive. And for sizing, again, I think I would say stay true to size unless you're in between, and size up. Okay, then the last bra I wanted to show you was a more of a high support bra. So this is the Alpha High Support Bra. If I can just sort the straps out. As I am smaller chested, I don't have a lot of high support bras, but this one is one I reach for all the time, for the gym but also for running. What I like about this one is that it has thicker straps, so it's a much more supportive. It has the adjustments that can be made on those straps around your shoulders, but then also has a normal like bra clip as well. So again, you can make the adjustment around your torso, which I just think is perfect. If you are large chested, I think you will absolutely love this one. Again, the back panel is mesh, so it's still going to be really breathable despite having a lot more coverage. And for size of this, I think I would say stay true to size or size up, just because you can make the adjustments. Okay, next moving on to shorts. So I have 5 pairs of shorts here. I feel like I'm much more of a short person than a legging person, so I do have a fair few that I love for the gym. So starting off, let's start with the Adapt Animal, as you've just seen the bra. So the Adapt Animal shorts are probably my absolute favorite for the gym. I just think the material, because it is thicker and knitted but still stretchy, it's just giving you that support and compression that you need without it being really restrictive. The waistband also is like a double thickness ribbed waistband, so it really holds you in and stays in place really well. But the main feature of them is that they have the scrunch bum, and I think the scrunch on these shorts is positioned so well. Like, everyone I've spoken to says that the scrunch is just perfect on these shorts, and also because they have a bit of extra length, you can pull the short up and mold it to your body much better than like the shorter shorts. So definitely one of my favorite pairs of shorts. I think for sizing, I would say stay true to size or size up if you are in between, because it does have that compression. One thing to note as I'm going through these is that just focus on the collection and item I'm showing you. Don't focus too much on the colour, because colours might not be in your store, in your region. Everything here should be in the UK store and in stock, but it might not be in your region. I haven't checked every region. Just something to take into account. And they also probably do have a black version of everything I'm showing you, just in case you don't want to stand out too much. Okay, sticking with the Adapt collection, these are the Adapt Flex shorts. So I would say the material on these is a little bit finer than the Adapt Animal, but they are considerably shorter, as you can see, and they don't have the scrunch. Instead, they just have a single seam running down the glutes, which just helps your glutes look flattering without having that scrunch. So these are a great option if you're not too keen on scrunch shorts. Other things I like about these shorts, firstly the pattern. It's just a really subtle pattern with, again, the tonal flex throughout the short. There's so many colours of these shorts that you can choose from, but also the waistband is a little bit shorter than most of the other waistbands Gymshark do, so it's still high-waisted, but it's just a tad shorter. What I find for me and people with shorter torsos is that you have to roll the waistbands down so they don't come up too high, but with these they just fit perfectly and you don't have to do that at all. For size for these, I think I would say stay true to size or size up if you are in between. Because they are a shorter short, there's not a lot of moulding you can do. Okay, moving back to a scrunch short. So these are the Vital Soft shorts, or as they were known as, Vital Sculpt, and that's because they do have a scrunch on the back. So these are like the new and updated, I think, a better version of the Vital like 2.0 Vital Seamless that we all know and love. The material on these is a bit finer, softer and stretchier as well, so again molds to your body really well and also stays in place really well, especially around the waistband where it is a double thickness and ribbed again. It just holds you in so nicely. I do think the scrunch on these sits on my glutes a little bit higher than the Adapt Animal, but I still absolutely love them for the gym. Really flattering, really comfortable. I think the only other thing to note is that they are a tiny bit shorter than the Vital Seamless. If you have them, expect these to be a tiny bit shorter. But in terms of sizing, stay true to size. I feel like these fit so well. And then finally, I wanted to show you two pairs of more like comfortable shorts is what I would say. They're just not as compressive or restrictive. So firstly, we have the Whitney shorts. I know everyone loves the Whitney leggings, but I really like the Whitney shorts as well. They just have that buttery soft material with the two seams running around the waist and then down into that V. So they do have like a subtle scrunch. I feel like the scrunch on them looks a lot more obvious now and like intense than it does when it's actually on. But I just think these are so flattering and comfortable. They're not as compressive as the other collections I've shown you. So if you're not into compression and you just want a more comfortable short that you can wear all day or like transitioning from the gym to work or whatever you're doing, these are a really good option. The waistband also on these is super high but not too restrictive, and they do have that little bit of extra length. I wouldn't say they're cycling length, they're also not short. So again, you have some material to mold to your body. And for sizing, I think I would say stay true to size as much as possible in these. They seem to fit so well. And then the last pair I have to show you are the Legacy tight shorts. These are so good. I think these are just so versatile for every type of activity. These will definitely be in my running video as well. Very similar feel to the Whitney in terms of that buttery, soft, silky feeling, but these are a bit more structured, I think, because of the seams they have running down the sides and around the back into the glutes. So they just have a bit of a thicker seam down your glutes without having that scrunch again to make your glutes still look flattering. But the main feature on these is the draw cord on the sides. So they have draw cords at the bottom of the thighs, and just tightening them, it makes the short come up a little bit higher, but also I find helps cement them in place. So once you do that, they do not budge, which is so nice. Again, these aren't too compressive, so if you're not up for compression, these are another good option. They do have other colours as well if you're not into patterns. And for sizing, stay true to size as much as possible. Okay, then I'm going to show you 4 leggings that I love for the gym. So again, we're starting off the Adapt Animal. I feel like the Adapt Animal is the gym collection from Gymshark, in my opinion anyway. Exactly the same as the shorts and the bra in terms of that knitted, thicker material, which is going to be compressive, but it's also really stretchy, so it's not going to be too restrictive. I don't find that these are really hard to get on. You how some leggings, like you're pulling them up for ages, like inch by inch. These slip on really well, but once they are on, they're like in place and do not budge. Again, that high ribbed waistband is really supportive, holds you in really nicely, and then it does have that scrunch down the glutes as well. I do opt for the shorts more than the leggings, but I think that's just a personal preference of being a shorts girly rather than a leggings girly. But I know I'm going to get so much wear out of these when it goes a lot colder. And for sizing, again, stay true to size or size up if you are in between. Okay, next I'm going to show you the everyday seamless leggings. I think these are one of Gymshark's most popular leggings other than like Adapt and Vital. This material is completely different. It's a lot finer, it's so stretchy, more like soft and buttery, and I think it's like a second skin. So once it's on your body, you kind of don't notice it's there. It's just a really comfortable legging. It does have that ribbed, thicker waistband again, and they just stay in place so well. It doesn't have a scrunch bun, but it does have that single seam that Gymshark like to do, just to give your glutes something to help separate them a little bit more without having that full-on scrunch, which is nice. The only thing to note about these is that because of the material, some colours are a little bit sheer. So I haven't had any problems with them being sheer. I have a few different colours of these. I have a green pair, a brown pair, and also this like bready burgundy pair, and yeah, I haven't had any problems with them being sheer, but I know other people have. So if that is a concern of yours, what I would suggest is sizing up so you're not like stretching out the material as much. But yeah, I've never had a problem, but I know other people have. But in terms of general sizing, just stay true to size as much as possible. They are really comfortable, stretchy, supportive, but I think because the material is finer, they aren't as compressive. Okay, next up, of course we couldn't do a Gymshark haul of top picks without showing you the Vital leggings. I feel like these are everyone's go-to leggings, especially the black pair, which I do have, which I can't find right now, but I do have the green to show you. So this material is a bit thicker, it's not as stretchy, but it's just really supportive, and again, a legging that once you have on and in place, it doesn't budge. These will definitely be in my running video as well. What I love about these is that the waistband is, I think it's a double thickness, but it feels even thicker, maybe like a triple thickness. It's so thick, so around your waist it stays in place really well. And despite being thicker, it's also quite sweat wicking and breathable. It does have this like pattern or breathable material, as you can see. Again, it has that single seam running down the glutes, but I do think that you can mold these to your body really well and they still look so flattering. One thing I love most about the Vital collection is that they do have different lengths in the leg. So I wear a regular, but they do also have short and a tall. I think if you're over 5'8", I think I would go for the tall, and then if you're under 5'3", I would go for the short. I'm 5'5", and the regular fit me perfectly. For sizing for these, stay true to size as much as possible, or size up if you're in between, because they are quite compressive. And then the final pair of leggings I wanted to show you was a bit more of a comfortable loungy pair, but I still love wearing them for the gym. These are the soft sculpt leggings that came out recently. Well, they've come out in new colorways recently. I think this is the maroon color. I know GYMSHARK haven't marketed this legging for the gym in particular. It's more for like lower intensity activities, walking, yoga, Pilates, rest days even, but I still wear them for the gym and absolutely love them. The material is super soft and also really stretchy, so it's just really comfortable against your skin, and a legging you can wear all day long. So great again if you're like transitioning from the gym, then meeting someone for lunch or brunch or whatever it is. These are a really good legging. I think these feel similar to the everyday seamless leggings, are thicker and even softer. And I think for sizing these, stay true to size as much as possible, or you could potentially size down if you wanted a more compressive fit if you are in between sizes. Okay, then I have some like extra pieces to show you that are kind of random. So actually starting with the soft sculpt flared leggings. I never class these as leggings. I always class flared leggings more as trousers, but I know everyone's different. But the soft sculpt flares that have just come out are so nice, and I definitely think a really staple piece that you can wear all day and whatever you're doing. Again, that super soft stretchy material. I find that they're really flattering on the glutes, again with that single seam. The waistband is a bit thicker and sits against your skin really nicely, and then it just goes down into that wide flare at the bottom. I think the only thing to note about these is that they are quite long and they don't have different sizes. So if you are under 5'3", 5'4", then you might find these too long. Again, I'm 5'5", and they're definitely on the longer side, but I feel like I can just about get away with them. But I do absolutely love the fit of these, the feel of them, just a really comfortable pair. Okay, next up we have one of my staple jackets. So this is the new Vital warm jacket. So if you've had any of the Vital seams before, you know that material. It's quite soft, it's quite compressive, where this one is a bit thicker, more like a knitted material, and it also is fleece lined. So this is going to be much warmer than the Vital seamless before. They also have leggings and things like that, which are great for this time of year. But I just absolutely love this little jacket. It is so stretchy, so it's not going to be too compressive. I just think perfect to throw over your sports bra or a top when you're like going to the gym, on the way to the gym. And it also does have the thumb holes on the sleeves with a little bit of extra material just to keep your hands and your wrist a little bit warmer, which I think is a really nice touch. Let me just show you a close-up of it because it is kind of hard to see, but you can see how it's like still sweat wicking and breathable like the normal Vital seamless. Again, it's just a bit more knitted and has that fleece lining, so it's going to be much warmer. The last thing to note is that it is slightly cropped, so it's going to sit just over your waist, probably where your leggings or your shorts would meet. And for sizing, stay true to size as much as possible. I find this fits so well. It's also really stretchy, so if you are in between sizes, make a decision on how you want it to fit. If you want it to be more compressive, size down, or if you want to have more room, then size up. Okay, just a couple more things to show you. So firstly, the Sherpa fleeces GYMSHARK do are next level, and one of my all-time favourite pieces that GYMSHARK bring out at this time of year. So firstly, we have the Sherpa jacket. They do have other colours as well. I do think they have a black, but it's just a really thick Sherpa, like bulk feeling on the outside, and then on the inside it does have a fleece lining, so it's super thick, super warm as well. It does have pockets, but they don't have zips on. They also have gilets in this, which are really nice and cozy as well. But in terms of the Sherpa jacket, for sizing, I would suggest sizing up if you want it a bit more oversized. I went for my normal size, which is a small, and I feel like I wish it was a little bit more roomy, just so I could put more layers underneath. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you was the new Cozy Luxe, which launched actually just like a few weeks ago. So these are the new tracksuits they come out with, and I feel like one of the most premium feeling tracksuits Gymshark have done. It goes with the soft sculpt collection, so it's also super soft and just really cozy. So I have like the zip up jacket, which I absolutely love. It has a slightly more boxier fit, but they do also have sweatshirts and hoodies as well, so something for everyone. It's just a really soft, thicker material. It's really fleecy on the inside, so it's going to keep you super warm. And then also to go with that, I do have the matching bottoms. So these are the wide leg bottoms, but I do also think they have a cuff version as well. Exactly the same material. It's like really thick, really cozy, really soft, and fleece lined on the inside. For sizing, I think for the tops or the hoodies, I would say stay true to size. They have a slightly oversized fit. If you want it more oversized, then size up, but generally just stick true to size. But then for the bottoms, I would suggest sizing down. They do have a lot of room with them, and also the torso area is quite long, so I did size down with these and they fit so much better. So just something to take into account. Absolutely the best pair of joggers and tracksuit that Gymshark have done, in my opinion. Okay, that is everything I have to show you. I hope you found this helpful, showing you some of my top picks, giving you the key information for the Gymshark sale, which starts next Sunday, is it? I think it's next Sunday. Just to recap, the sale starts on the 16th of November, which is a Sunday at 4 p.m. GMT, and I'll put the other time zones down below. Make sure that you have your basket filled of things you are interested in, and also make sure you've added them to your wish list just in case. There's going to be up to 50% off, and don't forget you can use my code TORIFIT10 for an extra 10% off, and please let me know if you do. I am forever grateful for people who use my code. It honestly means so much, and it really helps my relationship with working with Gymshark. So thank you so much. Feel free to comment down below or drop me a message over on Instagram. If you have any more questions about specific pieces, I'll help you out as much as I can. But I hope you found this helpful, and I'll be back with another video for the runners top picks very soon.